This short film will help explain youth gearing and what a commissaire looks for when carrying out a gear check. Gears are measured in distance and inches, or in metres if you're going for metric. The gear size is basically the distance the rear wheel of the bike travels in one revolution of the crank. Youth and junior gears are restricted. This is to protect youngsters by ensuring growing legs are not overstressed by pushing too big gears. It also helps develop good pedalling technique. Youth C, 11 to 12-year-olds, maximum 6.05 metres. Youth B, 13 to 14 years old, maximum 6.45 metres. Youth A, 15 to 16 years old, maximum 6.93 metres. Juniors, under 18s, maximum 7.93 metres. At every race you take part in, there should be a gear check. The race organiser or the commissaire will check all competitors' gears before the race. At the end of the race, the commissaire may well check the top 3 placing gears and a random selection of others. This bike is currently on the largest gear on the rear cassette and the smallest front chainring. Commissaires are nice friendly guys, but they are not there to fix your bike or set up the gears. That is your responsibility. To get your gear checked by the commissaire, you must put the chain onto the smallest cog on the rear cassette and the largest front chain ring. That will give you the bike's maximum gear.
This is a standard 8-metre tape that I have marked off on both sides of it for all the different gear settings. We start the bike off so that the crank on the side nearest to the tape is set at its lowest point, and I always set it off so that the front of the crank, in the direction that I'm moving, the back in relation to the bike, is right on the front edge of the tape. When I come to the marking, it should then finish in that same position. So there's no question about width of cracks or any other confounding factors. What we then do is lift the front of the wheel just a touch off the ground, because it helps us steering the bike, because we want the bike to travel as straight a line as we can, and we peel it back along the tape. So this is the C marking here, and you can see straight away that this bike is overgeared for a competitor in the C age range. It's slightly over for someone who is in the A range even, so it's set between A and a junior. That's now the crank at bottom dead centre again. It needs to be reduced so that it travels approximately 1 metre less than it is at the moment.
So how do you comply with gear restrictions? The best way is to buy a crankset and rear sprocket that combines together to be just under the maximum for your age group. If you are stuck with the front chain set and sprocket on your bike, you may have to block off a few gears. What this means is that you restrict the chain to only work on the larger sprocket cogs at the back. To do this, you can screw in the limit screw on the rear derailleur so that it doesn't allow the chain to move onto the smaller cogs on the back sprocket. This is called blocking off gears or gear restriction.
Wheel up slightly, wheel the bike back. And we can now see that it falls about 10 centimetres within the maximum range that's allowed for a Youth B rider.
So spend some time setting up your gears and have them under the maximum for your next race. A commissaire doesn't have time to check gears over and over again, so it's your responsibility to sort it out beforehand. In some cases, commissaires have stopped people from racing because their gears are not correctly set up. For more information, go to the British Cycling web pages and search for youth gears.